Here with All Saints head football coach Mike Hall. How you doing, Coach?
Doing great, thank you.
Yeah, and first year here, have you adjusted to the new surroundings in Tyler, Texas, and all that?
Yeah, we love Tyler. It's a slower lifestyle, very friendly people, and I love the football team I inherited.
Well, tell me a little bit about that football team you inherited. I know you're not going to play a district schedule this year, so you're kind of in a rebuild of the program mode, right?
Yeah, it's a remolding, I think, of it, because rebuilding would say that we didn't have the athletes there. I love the athletes we've got. Very pleased with them. First scrimmage, they showed me that they're quick learners. System is where I would want it to be right now. I expect some big things. We've got some goals that we want to reach that would be the equivalent of our district championship or even a state championship.
Now, when we talked, I know when you first took the job, tell me again what it was that attracted you to come to All Saints from the Dallas area.
Well, I think facilities and was the first thing that I noticed as I'd been looking around, and it was an opportunity. And when I met Eddie Francis, I found a guy there as an athletic director who has a vision for championships. And when you look at what the school has done, other than football, there are a lot of titles on the wall.
And you come in with a reputation as kind of a builder of programs. Talk a little bit about your background and what people might want to know about you and your experience coming into All Saints.
Well, I started the program at Second Baptist Houston, and I was there for 9 years, and I felt like we had built them to one of the top programs in the state at that time. Moved to Orlando to a school out there that had never been in the playoffs. We took them for 3 years in a row to the playoffs out there. Went and built the program at Prestonwood Christian in Plano, and had great success over the years there, culminating with the state championship in 2005. And then Legacy Christian in Frisco went over there. They had never been in the playoffs and were a young program, and we went to 2 straight state championships. Unfortunately, came on the losing end of it, but we went there. We got to the big title. Been fortunate to play in 5 state championships and get the ring on 1.
Wow, that's quite an impressive resume coming into this situation. How does this compare to what you've already dealt with? Well,
Bryan, it very much compares to what I've seen, very much compares to when I went over to Legacy. In those first early weeks there, I saw a talented group of kids that I knew had championship potential. That's what I see here. I think we've got everything we need to have championships. More than anything, it's confidence that we have to help build, and we're doing that through positive. We don't have negative talk on our field. Everything's about positive, and I always believe and say to them that we're gonna focus on what we can do and not what we can't do.
So trying to talk about it in a positive way, with it not having a district schedule, how difficult was it to put together a schedule for this year?
I have to give a former coach the credit for that. I inherited the schedule they did put together, so I imagine it was difficult. We are doing a little traveling, but I'm looking forward to playing teams that not only have I not heard of from a football standpoint, there's towns that I'm going to visit I've never been to. So I like our schedule. I think it's very competitive. Starts off with a great Timpson team. And, we're going to have to get on our game to meet the goals that we want.
Who are some of the players we need to keep an eye on for All Saints this year?
Well, I think our running game is going to be a tandem of Bryce Borgeson and Merritt Green. Inside, Mr. Outside, we go back to the old Dolphins. And but I like those guys. I think our quarterback, Matt Brunson, also gives us the ability to run, and he's going to throw the ball to keep people honest. We will throw, maybe not as a spread pistol team. We may not throw as much as some people would because I believe our horses are in the running game.
And what about on defense?
Defensively, some of the same guys. Bryce will be taking that Mike linebacker position, and he's a horse. I mean, for a sophomore kid, I can't believe he's a sophomore. But I like what I like is we don't really have any weaknesses all the way across the board. I feel good. I feel good about our secondary. Our D-line is solid. We can run. I think our kicking game is going to be good. We got a freshman kicker who's got a dynamite leg. So everything's there. It's now for the coaches. It's on us, I believe, and I believe we're going to get the things done that we need to get this started to build into a championship. Because as I've been telling these kids, 2 years down the road, when we jump back into district, we're going to be one of the dogs. All right, we're not going to be the people getting dogged. We're going to be one of the dogs.
Well, I was going to ask too. Not playing for any kind of a championship or anything like that this year. Does that pose any kind of challenges as far as motivating your kids?
You would think it would, but I think that they had bought in. Eddie Francis had done a great job of finding out what the kids wanted, what the parents and the kids wanted. The numbers looked like they were going to be really low before they made the change, and our numbers are up to 40 right now, which was right where my goal was for it. And I think once we start winning, they're going to probably wish that we were there. Right now, we're okay. They're not focusing on that. Like I said, we've made goals that we say are equal to a district championship. We made goals that would be equal if we go undefeated. Huge goal. But it's a huge goal to win a state championship. So that's our goal, is that each game get a win. If we can get 10-0, we'll put a banner on saying we went 10-0, like a state championship.
And how about the transition for you and your family coming into Tyler?
It's been wonderful. I mean, we haven't found any negatives other than our grandbaby still lives in Dallas area, but he stayed the weekend with us, so we're getting enough. But that's the only negative. We found everything else we love.
Great. Well, best of luck to you this year. Welcome to Tyler, and we look forward to talking to you down the line.
Thank you, Bryan. Appreciate it.
Coach Mike Hall from All Saints Episcopal School, Bryan Houston Sports Radio Live on 99.3 Talk FM.